All right, Growing Up Hip Hop, Season 5, Episode 2. All right, please excuse my hair because I did not care today. I really didn't, honestly. Please, guys, I didn't care. All right, so this episode started off with Angela and what's his name? JoJo in the car on their way to Romeo's party. So Angela and JoJo are having a conversation about the conversation that JoJo and Romeo already had previously about him not wanting Angela to come to his party and how he does not approve of the pictures that she has been posting. And speaking of the pictures that she's been posting, I know y'all seen those pictures that just hit the internet with Angela Simmons like posing with her legs wide open, like wide the fuck open, with like a bag of Cheetos in between her legs. Like, I see what Romeo means. I honestly see what he means when he says he does not approve of those pictures, because I thought, what the fuck is this, Angela? Like, Miss 29 8-year-old virgin, like, somebody help me understand. But in the same sense, Romeo does the same kind of, like, he poses with his shirt off or whatever. I know it's not as bad as that, but like he poses with other girls. Like, he had a previous girlfriend like a few seasons ago and was still like on Angela. Like, I just don't get it. But like, Angela said something very, very important to me that I just felt like I needed to express. Angela said, you make time for what you want to make time for, right? What the fuck about previous seasons when you didn't have time for Vanessa, you didn't have time for your family, you didn't have time for nobody but Romeo? So you mean to tell me that you pretty much made time for Romeo because he was the only important thing to you at the time, because Vanessa pretty much had to beg you to even sit down and have lunch with her like a few seasons ago? It's ridiculous, and she still has your back now. Like, it's crazy. But they get to the party, and like it's this great Gatsby theme, and like it was okay, but as far as like how she coordinated it, but like I did like her headpiece. I really liked that, and I really loved Angela's outfit, like from top to bottom. I loved Angela's outfit. But we see TT. TT is back, y'all, and TT, she has gotten thick too. Like, I like this new thick TT. But TT pointed, and she looks very pretty too. TT pointed out that like why is it the Great Gatsby theme, and like I'm trying to figure out why, and she's like, because there used to be slaves around that time. There was pretty much no Great Gatsby for like black people, and like I thought that was kind of funny, but like it was true. So then we see Little Twist, and I love Little Twist. Like, he is definitely a vibe. Like, he's really a vibe, and I honestly can't wait to see how him and Sam are gonna like interact after like last season's reunion and season. They were like about ready to knock each other's heads off, and Little Twist was just so nonchalant and just so cool and easy breezy. Just didn't give a fuck about nothing. He still wanted his girl, like, and he was ready to fight like for her, period. But so now we see Boogie, what's his name? We see Boogie, we see Little Easy and Twist or whatever. They're all coming into the party, and like they kind of make jokes about like the Great Gatsby thing. Like, it should have been like the Black Renaissance, which I thought was a better title for this party anyway. But I digress. So like there's like a quick scene with Peppa from Salt and Pepper or whatever. She's getting her hair straightened, and like the whole Spinderella suing Salt and Pepper conversation comes about, and like she really can't say too much about it, so like I understand. But like hopefully she'll explain more of like what happened, because like honestly from outside looking in, it looks like they kind of just wanted Spinderella out so like they could profit more. That is just my view on it, but it could be anything. So I like to see that. And Peppa looked very, very pretty. I liked Peppa in that what is it, like we see Brianna looks nice. She's outside or whatever. Her and Boogie chit chat for a little bit, and then like everyone's looking around for Romeo. Romeo has not showed up to his party. It's been like over an hour and a half since like anybody has seen or heard from him. So he finally shows up. Okay, so like Romeo comes into the party, right? And Romeo speaks to everybody in that group, everybody in their like friend group first, and he leaves Angela last. And like honestly, like wait, first of all, let me go back. When Angela was waiting around for Romeo, like fuck it, it's not even important. It's not even important. So like Angela is the last person that Romeo spoke to. So Romeo speaks to her, and the first thing Angela says is, "So what's the problem?" And like when I first saw and heard that, like the first thing that I thought about was like back when I was in like high school or elementary or middle school, bucket, like, and somebody just didn't like you and they came up to you and it was like, "Oh, so what's the problem? I heard you want to fight." Like that was the first thing I like got from that. So, in all due respect, I felt like it's clear Angela came there with like bad intentions, negative intentions, because she was not here for Romeo, ignoring her. But like it worked both ways. You guys were ignoring each other, so you can't get mad at him. Just like you were posting provocative pictures, he was also kind of posting provocative pictures. So you guys are both wrong. You can't blame anybody but yourselves. So like Angela is just like going off on Romeo, and Romeo is just like the dapper don. Like he just cool, calm, and collected. Like he's just like, you know what? Well, I understand, but like so this is my party. This is how you gonna do me at my party? At my party, Angela. At my party, Angela. And like even if Romeo did set this up to make it look like she was like a tornado at his party, like he was antagonizing a little bit because he knew he didn't want her there, and he was kind of like brushing her off to the side anyway. So Angela's going off. Angela's not having it, and so Romeo just calmly said, "Well, thank you for coming to my party. Thank you for coming out." And Angela loses it. She's like, "Thank you for coming out to my party." What kind of corporate response is that to anything? So Angela gets mad and she leaves, and that was that. Romeo just walked off and he went and enjoyed the rest of his night. Like Romeo really enjoyed the rest of his night, and I like that. He didn't let nobody ruin his night. So Angela's outside, she's crying or whatever. And JoJo is like JoJo was like pretty much exposing the fact that he had called Romeo several times and Romeo pretty much ignored him. Like he went out JoJo said he called Romeo like 7 times, and Romeo was he ended up running into Romeo, and Romeo was out on a date or whatever, so Romeo played him or whatever. So it is what it is. JoJo is just like going off. He doesn't approve of how Romeo is treating his sister, and I'm just like JoJo, all right, you're doing a bit too much. You're doing a bit too much, because while everybody, like Brianna said, while everybody is sitting here like arguing and fighting and getting upset over Romeo is just having a good time. He does not care. So like, why are you guys so upset and trying to like press this issue? Okay. So like when Angela was outside crying, right? She's like, "What do I look like?" I'm like, bitch, do you really have to scream like that? Like, do you really have to act like that, Angela? Like, what is this? So like what is this? Like Miss Proper, I don't get into things like this or whatever. She's just going off. So like I just find it very funny how like when Angela was outside crying, like those 2 ladies who were like, I guess her assistants or whatever, Angela was crying and she was like, "No, because like that's not nice. It's not nice." And like as soon as those 2 ladies told her it's not nice, Angela went from "it's not nice" to right, it's not nice, right? Like they literally just enabled the hell out of Angela, and I just don't like that. Like let her know that like she should not be behaving like that outside. Like she has a reputation to withhold or something, because she just looked nuts going out outside just looked nuts. And Romeo is right. He is not her husband. She is not his wife. JoJo was also correct on that too. But like, you guys are going tit for tat, okay? You're going tit for tat. So like, pretty much the whole Simmons crew leave, okay? They're out. So yeah. What the hell? Oh, and I have notes, so that's why. Okay, so Brianna is outside and she sees Angela. If y'all don't know, if y'all didn't watch previous seasons, like, Angela and Brianna have had this like little rivalry. Like, Angela, she never wanted to like surround herself with people like Brianna or anyone who was friends with Brianna or anything like that, or anybody close to Brianna. She just was not here for Brianna at all during either of these seasons. And like, Brianna had a lot of strong words to say towards Angela, but like, now Brianna sees Angela outside and Brianna wants to smooth things over. So she goes over to Angela and says, "Hi, are you alright? You look lovely," or whatever, and just being mature. So the look that Angela gave Brianna, oh my god, that was a dirty look. She did not have to do that. That was a dirty look. Like, oh, what are you doing here? Like, what are you doing here? Like, why are you around me right now? Like, what is this? Like, security? That was the vibe that I got from Angela. But like, Brianna, she just calmly said, "Hey, like, I know we've had some issues in the past or whatever, but I just wanted to talk to you. So I wondered if you had time to go get some tea." And Angela was like, "Oh yeah, sure, we'll go get some tea or whatever. Like, we could do that or whatever." And like, from the moment she said that, I was like, Angela's not going out with Brianna to go get no damn tea. She is not going to sit down with Brianna and talk to Brianna because she does not like Brianna, okay? So Angela walks up to her car, and what does she say? Angela says something along the lines of like, oh my god, like, just can this night get any worse? Like, after Brianna just invited her to go get some tea. And I just thought that was so phony and so fake, okay? And I think I forgot to mention, TT has a man, and TT's man looks good. She got her some white chocolate. Like, TT's man looks fine. I hope it works out for her. Hope they get married. Hope they have little babies. I hope they're beautiful. I really like TT. I like TT. I think she's good. I think she's a good person to like host a show or like a reunion. Like, she's good with her the way she articulates her words. So yeah, like, that was pretty much the end of Growing Up Hip Hop. I felt like this was a lot of like back and forth chaos with Angela and Romeo. They pretty much made the show about Romeo and Angela again. And just like JoJo said, I'm also kind of sick of this Angela and Romeo situation. Like, if you guys can't figure it out on your own, like, you guys just need to leave each other alone, period, point blank. Angela, you said this is the last conversation you're going to have with him, so stick to your words, okay? Stick to your words. And yeah, I'll be back next week for the episode 3 review.